Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your Throne Talk Thursday. Hope all is been well. Let's go ahead and go in and see what messages Spirit has for you today. Okay, so you're being asked to lead with sincerity. Okay, there's something about moving in like a genuine. With I'm hearing genuinely to be sincere, like a true friend. Okay. What's going to help you is, just being able to, it's something around, you know, moving with a clear judgment. That's what's going to help you, lead with sincerity and genuineness. Okay. So there's something around, so this could be something to do with like a separation, some type of connection. Maybe there was an argument. Maybe the person, ended the relationship, or they made a decision that, confused the relationship or put like a strain on the relationship. Well, whatever this is around the connection, whatever energy this is around this connection is creating a block. All right. So Spirit is saying that needs to be released. That energy around the connection needs to be released. All right. So that you can get to this space of moving with genuineness and sincerity. Okay. Being able to think with a clear mind, being able to make, rational decisions and use clear judgment. Okay, and so with doing that, it's gonna pace off some type of, debt. Maybe this is a karmic debt, or maybe this is a literal debt. Okay, something strongly here about moving with sincerity and genuineness. Having the capability of having a clear mind, making or using clear judgment to make rational decisions, right decisions. Okay, regarding some type of separation, disconnect in a connection. Okay, it's going to restore things. Either you're going to get paid back physically, or this is some type of debt repayment karmically. Okay. That's going to come with releasing the need to control. Okay. You got to get out of those stubborn ways. You got to get out of your head thinking that you're always right, because sometimes you could be right, but you're handling the situation wrong. Okay. I know we've heard the expression before, two wrongs don't make a right. Well, okay. Maybe your actions are justifiable. Okay. Emotionally, maybe this person did something to you that was uncalled for, that was unreasonable. Okay. And so now you want to react with the same energy that this person has given you. Well, those two wrongs, they're not going to make a right. Okay. It's just going to keep creating more wrong, and more wrong. So even though, emotionally, the way that they treated you or how they handled the situation, we're human. You're absolutely Spirit is not saying you're wrong for feeling the way that you feel. God knows that, we are flawed. We're human. We make mistakes. But what Spirit is saying is that, you can't fight fire with fire. It's something strongly here on the table about handling this disconnect with this connection a certain type of way. Okay. You got to be able to step outside of that need to control the narrative of every single thing, okay? Because sometimes we could be absolutely right, but we have to move a different way. And that's exactly what Spirit is saying right here. Spirit is saying that, regardless of, because I'm getting an Aquarius who is very upset, very, in the mood, they, whatever disconnect, argument, or whatever happened in this connection is making you cold. It's making you move immaturely when it comes to like your emotions. Okay, you're not gonna make sound decisions. Okay, and so Spirit is saying that you need to step out of that energy. Okay, Spirit is snapping their fingers. They're like, all right, back to reality, Aquarius, back to reality. I need you to focus. This is where I need you to be. I know your emotions are high right now, but I need you to be grounded. I need you to understand that regardless of what's going on right now, I need you to move in a manner of love, in a manner of stability, okay? In a manner of sincerity, in a manner of genuineness. Regardless of how, I was thinking about a situation the other day, and, with a particular, maybe just thinking about something, and because I don't want to go too much into that and throw off the reading, but I was in a situation where I had to be, something for somebody who was never that for me. And it really, I struggled with it. Mentally, I struggled with it because here I am being this, this top of the line, 5-star citizen, this like award winning person to you, and you've treated me like scum my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta handle things a certain type of way, okay? You can't always fight fire with fire. And that's basically what Spirit is saying. You have to release that need to, want to win at all costs. Okay, because in doing so, it's going to backfire and you're going to end up, the one losing in the end. Now, if you choose to handle this person the way Spirit is requiring you to handle them, there's something great here in store for you, Aquarius. Spirit sees everything, that God sees everything that's going on, what's taking place, who's doing what, how people, everything. Okay. And I know it's hard. And I think that whatever is going on in this connection, we might have a few people that we talk to about our problems, but I don't feel like this is a situation that needs to be broadcasted. I feel like this is something that needs to be handled internally. This is something that a situation that you need to take up with God. Okay. This is not about bashing and proving, someone wrong and they're flawed, because at the end of the day, we're all flawed. Okay. There's something strongly about, the way that you're looking at this situation. This connection could have been with a younger person or someone that was very, immature when it comes to their emotions and how they handle things and what they have to offer. Okay. It's something here strongly about being able to look at the bigger picture. I think you were dealing with a person that think that, they Page of Cups out here. I feel like it's someone who's like immature, either young-minded or literally young. And, it's like they think that they got it all down pat. They're going to handle a situation like this, and be successful. Well, I feel like this could have been a third party involved with this. Okay. This situation, has you all in your head. It hurts. Okay. You probably an Aquarius that's not getting much sleep because of this situation. Feeling like you made a big mistake. I'm getting an Aquarius that is stressed, like sick. Or you probably not eating much. It's this situation is impacting, your ability to be focused, your ability, because Aquarius, they like to come up with, different, but this is impacting the way you create and the way that you focus. But love, this is an illusion around what you're feeling. This heaviness that you're feeling, it's an illusion around it. Don't fall for it, okay? Do not fall for it. It's not what it seems. Okay? It's something strongly out here about being able to have control, being able to sit back and let things play out the way that they need to, and letting karma step in for you. Okay? Making a decision, especially when it comes to a connection. But when it comes to this connection, choosing God, choosing spirit, letting them handle, whatever is taking place, because whatever this person is done to you is going to come back in full circle. Okay? Don't think that they're getting away with it, because they're not. But you don't want to block yourself because you're going to, because you're not thinking of a clear mind, making wrong decisions. Okay? It's going to take you to, this is going to, this is, you handling this situation the way that spirit wants you to handle it is taking you to another level. It takes another level of, emotional intelligence to handle a situation like this. You really have to be really intelligent to handle certain situations. Okay? You have to have a certain level of maturity, a certain level of intellect, okay? A certain level of self-control, okay? You have to be, it's easier said than done, but it's something here strongly about, it's hard, it's a challenge. But finding the beauty in this challenge. And I'm getting that this is going to be extremely hard for my Aquarius to, still show love. But you still care about this person. That's the thing about it. But it is challenging. It's very challenging for you to still, move out of trust, move out of love, move out of sincerity, move out of genuineness, especially when it comes to this connection, because I feel like, I'm getting the energy of this person tried the fuck out of you. Well, but you still care at the end of the day. And that's the crazy part about it. You have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to let go. Something strongly here about not taking matters into your own hands, because you're going to create, some type of karmic lesson, okay? Or some type of karmic cycle. The choice you make regarding this connection could dictate, your next level or the next season in your life. And I feel like if you take matters into your own hands, you're going to create some type of karmic lesson or karmic cycle and be at a loss. Spirit is saying you got to keep moving, and you're capable of moving forward. You are capable of moving forward. It's hard, but guess what? Moving forward is going to bring in we have the Tower card here. It's going to clear out a lot of bullshit. Okay. It's going to be hard, but it's going to clear out a lot of bullshit, and it's going to bring in, something good. And I feel like maybe it's something out here about, is even though this person, did or made a decision that impacted the connection, it's something out here about this connection being able to be reconciled. Something about this connection being able to be worked through, but only if you handle it the way spirit wants you to. You cannot take matters into your own hands. And I feel like for a lot of my Aquarius, it's going to be very challenging. Well, spirit says, take it up with me. You're going to have to do a lot of talks with spirit. You're going to have to do a lot of talks with God. I mean, literally, I'm getting like you literally, because this is going to take a lot of you. It is. Don't allow yourself to focus on the pain, because it's creating, a thought process that is not real. It's a clouded, like, moving out of that that you love this person, and you're moving out of this temporary emotion because you're upset with them, because I'm hearing they deceived you or they betrayed you. But the truth of the matter is that you still love them. Okay. So the feeling is temporary. Okay. And so making decisions around a temporary emotion is creating some type of illusion around, your next steps in decision making. And it's going to lead you to an empty cup. You have to be able to let go. Spirit is trying to get your attention. Like, hey, let it go. I got it. You got to move on. It's something strong out here about moving on and trusting. Well, you take things into your own hands, you're going to change your wheel of fortune. Okay? You are. This is something hard, but it's something that you can do. It is. It's something I done went through damn near the whole day. Yeah, it's something that you have to do it. It's hard for you. It's hard for my Aquarius to do this. But you got to let it go and move the fuck on. Like, I'm getting an Aquarius who really wants to spin back. You really want to spin back. You really want to take control of your emotions. Like, I'm getting like an Aquarius, like, you play with me, I'm going to play with you. But no, it's not the right thing. Spirit is saying you have to tame. You have to tame that. You have to tame, because that urge is very strong in you. That passion is very strong in you. But it's something here about, not hiding or suppressing the way that you feel, but gaining self-control. Being able to control it. Allowing yourself to feel betrayed, to feel hurt, but not allowing yourself to act or make decisions based on those emotions. Okay? It's something in here strongly about you moving on. I feel like this person is a bit immature. Okay? But it's something about you moving on is what's going to attract them. It's something strongly about you moving on that's going to create boundaries. Okay. I feel like this person may not take it serious at first, but in the end, they're going to, spirit is going to handle them, and they're going to realize, what they're losing by their actions. They're going to realize what they're losing by their actions. It's going to cause them to be all in their head. I feel like if you let spirit handle it the way that it's supposed to, they're going to be the ones, in a lesson and spiritually in a lesson and needing to learn and to be sat down and to, be in their head, while you are going to be, in Three of Cups energy. With your fortune being secured. I do feel like this person, I just feel like they're very immature right now, and they have lessons that they need to, I feel like spirit needs to handle this person because there's things that this person needs to work on. But I do feel like that this connection could be, and I do feel like, they could be the person that somebody that is for you. But even if they're not, if you trust in spirit, it's something. Yeah, this is going to be something new for you, but I'm telling you, and it's going to be hard, but in the end, This is something that's going to be truly beneficial to you. It's going to be hard. But don't think that, it's always going to be hard. You're going to go through what you're going to, because of the separation between you and this person, but they're going to be going through stuff too. But it's stuff that they need to be working on. And it needs to happen in this order so that, they can get aligned, so you can get aligned. I feel like this is a lesson for both of you. There's things that need to be learned and restored between the both of you. Yeah. It's things that need to be, learned and restored. I feel like, along the way, the both of you might have gotten lost, and so this is, spirit is guiding you to handle it a certain type of way so that you guys can separate and do the work that each other needs to do for themselves in order to be able to return. It's some type of spiritual awakening that needs to be, that needs to take place before, things can be restored. It's just someone you can have a family with, and you might already have children with them. They love their kids and they do love, the home life, but man, oh man, if you take things in your own hands, you are going to block yourself. You are going to block yourself. You have everything you need to make the right decision. That spirit is wanting. Spirit is saying you have to move on. You have to let go and move on. You have to let go. That's hard for you. I'm getting the type of person that don't let nothing go. Well, it's just being repeated. You gotta let go. You got to. You got to let go, Aquarius. You got to be able to, move with sincerity, move with genuineness. You have to move in a love-like manner, okay? It's two ways that this can play out, You can move with your ego and lose, this person forever, because I feel like once you take it in your hands, you'll never get this person back, okay? And you can lie to whoever you want to lie to, but you can't lie to these cards. And they're saying right here, clear as day, on the table, it's on the table, that you want this person, you want this connection. I don't care what they did. They could have stole, you still want them. And honestly, they want you too. They want you too. But you got to let spirit handle it. You cannot take things into your own hands. There is a natural balance, a natural karma that takes, that goes into effect. There's a time and a place for everything. And I feel like you taking matters into your own hands is going to throw off that balance. So you gotta let go. I'm telling you, you gotta let go. You gotta let God. And I feel like, this is the same. It's like last week we had a different scenario with Aquarius, but for some reason, this energy is back on the table. I don't feel like the energy, from last week is the same as this one. Oh, I'm sorry, the other day. What was that? Saturday? The energy from Saturday is not the same energy, from today. This is two different energies. You have to take things as they resonate. But definitely, if you're in a connect, or if you're in a connection, or we're in a connection, and it's ending, or you're going through something, Spirit is saying that you have to take the high road. You have to be the bigger person. That's the only way that you're going to truly win. Because, you know, strongly out here, you love this person. And I'm hearing this person loves you. But you need to let spirit, you need to let your spiritual team handle it. You cannot do tick for tat. I don't care I do care what the person has done to you. But when it comes down to, what next steps you need to take, you have to listen intuitively. You have to make decisions that are aligned with your highest self. That is the only way you're going to win in this situation. Other than that, you're going to create a form of karmic, a form of karmic lessons, or a form of karmic cycles. So take care of yourself until next time, Aquarius.